Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Reference Roundtable. There's just two of us today. It's myself, Michael, and Sarah. Lacey's out today. So just us.
Yep.
And Lacey will be back eventually. I don't know where I was going with that. I was about to be like,
She'll be back.
I'm a little tired today. I'm creaky. We have an exciting episode though, so I'll wake up here in a second. Before we dive into the episode, though, you'll notice, if you're a longtime Reference Roundtable viewer, that we have a few different books behind us. And that is because I wanted to remember to let you all know that next Wednesday, June 4th, will be our next adult trivia night at Buffalo Alice. I know those events are really popular, and a lot of you like to go to those. Lacey and I will be there next Thursday at Buffalo Alice. It's from 6:30
to Thursday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Did I say Thursday?
You said Thursday.
See?
Thursday we'll be here.
We will be here on
Wednesday. Go to trivia.
Oh, I'm glad you caught that. Let me promote the right day for this event. Next Wednesday, June 4th, 6:30 to 8:30 at BA's downtown Sioux City. We'll be doing trivia. And these books that you see behind us, these ones that aren't normally here, we have Harriet Tubman live in concert, Selling the Dream, the year's best sports writing of 2024, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, Cue the Sun, Intermezzo, The Stepford Wives, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, 7 Games, This Is Not a Game, Fun for the Whole Family, and The Antidote. All 12 of those books are the 2025 Adult Summer Reading List. And I know a few of you have already started making your way through that list, and I've been able to talk with a few of you about some that you've been enjoying, like The Antidote. I was just talking with someone about that one yesterday, how much they liked it. I know that one's pretty checked out right now. So if you'd like to have one of these books to keep forever, come to trivia, because these 12 books will be the prizes for our 12 rounds of trivia. So each round of trivia gives you an opportunity to win one of these books behind us here. So I'm modeling the prizes for trivia next week like I'm Vanna White.
And technically, if you go to trivia and you win one of the books and read it, that's 2 entries into Beanstack, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Cool.
So if you haven't used the Beanstack app before, that's the app that the Sioux City Public Library uses for both the youth summer reading and the adult summer reading. If you are unfamiliar with it, or you don't really know how to get yourself set up, you can always come see us at the reference desk here downtown. We'll help you get started. Or if you come to trivia night next week and you want to, if we have time, I can show you how to get started on your device, get logged into Beanstack. And yeah, Sarah's right. You can get 2 kind of prize tickets just for going to trivia and for reading one of these books.
Yeah.
So lots of exciting stuff happening. Summer reading really officially starts next week. But today's sort of a soft launch of something that we started doing for adult summer reading last year, and we're bringing it back because so many of you enjoyed it, and it was really kind of fun for us to do as well. So that's what today's episode's all about. We're going to talk about the Adult Summer Reading Bingo Challenge. So if you've done this in the past before, I know we did it last year for summer reading, these Bingo Challenge cards are available at all of our branches, and I put them out. I sent them out today. So if this is, if you're watching this later, they should be available at one of our 3 library locations for you. And you'll pick these up. There's a variety of challenges on these cards, which you'll see as we get into the episode.
And there's different cards too,
yes.
Right? So there's a mixture of cards.
There's like 6 different varieties of cards at least, and they're different challenges on each of those varieties. So you'll want to check back and see which one you have to do next. When you finish a bingo, so a bingo of course is 5 in a row. The free spot is to visit a library location, which I'm sure you all will easily get done. You can bring your completed card to the downtown library reference desk. And the reason that you have to bring them to the reference desk downtown is because that's where we keep the prize books. So for every completed bingo, not only do you get those entries for the summer reading prizes, you also get to come pick out a free book from the book prize cart, and that's here downtown. So you can go pick up your bingo cards today, tomorrow, Saturday. We're closed Sunday, which is actually June 1st. And June 1st is going to be technically the first day that you can turn these in. So you can't turn them in until Monday, really. But I would
get started. Yeah,
I would be very surprised if someone completed a bingo in like 48 hours. It's not impossible, but I'd be suspicious. So pick them up between now and Saturday, and you can start turning them in next week. So
yeah,
we
have some completed bingo examples.
And we
So.
grabbed different cards, right? I
Yep.
think. So
4 different cards.
So you'll see 4 of the different varieties here. So you get a really
We
good
may have
sampling.
crossovers. I don't really know. We just chose a couple cards, and I completed we both completed bingos, and I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we went to the stacks and found stuff to fill these bingo cards out. So we'll show you what we used for our bingos, and I'll show you the cards too on our overhead camera as well.
Cool.
So
all right.
We were gonna alternate. We each did 2 bingos.
Yeah, we each did 2 bingos. So I can show you one completed bingo, and then you do yours.
Sounds good. You want to go first?
Sure.
I can show your card too. If
you want. Show that first, and then give it back because I
you need to read it.
I need it for reference.
That makes sense. So
let me get that right.
This is what the bingo cards look like here. So you'll just look for these at any of the library locations, and they'll look just like this. Sarah did the top row bingo here, so we'll see all these different things highlighted in pink are the challenges that she completed. Yep, and you can mark them off however you would like for us as well. It was really fun last year. Some people would like color them in. Yeah, use the what are those called? Daubers. Yeah, bingo dauber. I loved those when I was a kid. Yeah. I would like hold them down and drag them to make big marker marks. Oh, crazy. Yeah. So yeah. So you can be decorative if you would like. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I brought my phone with me because actually for 3 of these bingos I need my phone. So the first one is listen to an episode of the First 50 Pages podcast. So that is our podcast that the library partners with K-Wit to produce a podcast. It's our very own Jen Delperdang and Kelsey Patterson. They have been interviewing a lot of big time authors. So I just pulled this up on Spotify, but you can find it on K-Wit's website. Stitcher, I think, is another platform. Yes. I could not find it on the Apple Podcast platform, which is what I normally use, but that's okay because I have Spotify too. And I believe we linked to it through the library's website too on there. You can find it. They're all over the place. If you even just Google the First 50 Pages podcast, Sioux City Public Library, something like that, it will come up. I happened to choose the one they interviewed Kristen Hanna. Ooh. And that was in last year in April. They interviewed Kristen Hanna. So you can go back and listen to old episodes. They have new ones come out. I'm not sure exactly how often, maybe once a month. It varies. Yeah, it varies. But they've been interviewing some big time authors: Eric Larson, Catherine Center. They just interviewed Tim Johnston, who wrote Distant Sons, the All Iowa Reads. Yeah, I forgot they talked to Kristen Hanna. Like, I know a lot of you read The Women. Oh, yeah. A lot of you love The Women. That's Kristen Hanna. Our coworkers got to interview her. They interviewed her, and they talk with her for about a half an hour. So this is really accessible. And you get a bingo mark for it. So yeah, definitely do that. They're very interesting. Okay, my next bingo mark is check out any book with a protagonist who struggles with substance abuse. So I chose this book. It's called Definitely Better Now. I actually just read this book. It's by Ava Robinson. And the character... what does protagonist mean? I guess the hero of the story is the way I think of it, because the antagonist is like the villain because they're antagonizing you. That's how I remember. I would say the main character of this book is the protagonist. So and they don't need to be a hero. We have anti-heroes too. It is what it. This is a good this is a good choice. So it's about Emma, and it says yes, hi. She's an alcoholic. But she's officially been sober for 1 entire year. So I don't read like cutesy love stories very often. And I would say this is the romance-ish type book, but it's also just really good because it is a character that has been sober for 1 year. Yeah. And so she kind of goes back and forth between why she got sober for it, and then also like in her new space and how she's handling that, how she's telling coworkers she doesn't drink anymore, how she dates sober. That's a big part of it because it's like, oh, she's never done this. Wow. So it's like this new life beginning for her. And then there's some family drama in there.
she finds out some things about her dad that she didn't realize, that her and him have this connection. And so it was really good.
It sounds good.
It was like a light read, but not so light. You know what I mean?
I do.
So,
That's exactly kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, it's a challenging topic, but presented in a way that's like digestible.
Very accessible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really good. I
Cool.
enjoyed it. So
I bet like, you know how they always say that fiction helps you build your empathy muscles?
Yeah.
I feel like this is definitely one of those
yes.
books that kind of helps you take a walk in someone else's shoes.
Yeah. It was really good.
All right, I'm going to put them down here
Okay.
when we're done, just so that we have more space
Yes.
on the table.
Perfect. Okay. My next space is check out any magazine on Libby. And I did just that. And Libby has this new thing now called Magazine Rack. And so it's technically not like you don't find like a checkout button, but you'll be able to find out, or you'll be able to find a button that says put this on your magazine rack, which now I don't see the one I did do that with, but that's okay. But you can just go to the newsstand, and there's hundreds. There's hundreds of magazines on here, and you can, and there's no limit. I think that's why they changed it from like checkout, because you can put as many magazines on your rack as you want, and then
right when they're brand new too.
Yeah, and then just flip through all the pages, full color. It's really amazing.
You know what's really cool about the like magazine rack feature too is you can like sign up for like a notification for a publication, and it's like having a subscription, because it notifies you every time there's a new issue. So
right here where it's it. And we can
notify
try to,
me for every new issue.
I don't know how well the camera will pick that up, but we'll see.
Here's what that looks like.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, it's working.
Oh, not bad.
So, here's what we were talking about. So, it'll notify you when a new issue of the magazine's out. So it's like a magazine subscription that you get with your library card.
Yeah, it's amazing.
When I say they have everything, like I feel like there was something in there. It was like a South African Vogue, or that's not what it was, but it was like the South African edition of a publication, and I was like, wow, we even have that. I mean, it's global, it's everywhere.
There's just hundreds, and like all of the popular stuff, less known stuff, cooking. I mean, and then you can narrow it down by topics: food, gardening, movies.
Ooh.
I mean, there's everything. Dagna says she loves the magazines on Libby and uses them all the time, which is great. So
ever since they made them all available, I've been loving it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So. Okay, my next one is check out any book that has been translated from its original language. So I have not read this book, but I found this one that has been translated from German.
Ooh.
And it's by Bernard Schlink, and it's called The Granddaughter. And it actually sounds really good to me. I'm putting this on my to-be read list. This is the author of The Reader. Okay. And was that made into a movie? Adapted into a movie? I think it was. And it says it's from the best-selling author of The Reader, a striking exploration of how the past shapes the present, told through the story of a German bookseller's attempt to connect with his radicalized granddaughter. Ooh. So it sounds really good. It's translated by Charlotte Collins, and I don't know.
It's been very popular. This one, I've noticed a lot of people have been reading it, and I kept thinking it was like an Ann Patchett book. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, it kind of gives that vibe. So it sounds really good. And then my last mark for bingo on this was also on Libby, and I checked out a book written by a Harlem Renaissance author, and I chose, let me find my shelf again. I chose Nella Larson, Passing, because as a recommendation from Michael, we read The Vanishing Half, and Michael said, oh, I think you would love Passing. And so when that mark came up, I thought I would. And the audiobook is only 4 hours long. And yeah, I'm going to listen to this for sure.
Feel like it. The Vanishing Half is totally the granddaughter of that book.
Oh, cool.
And it's like a novella, so it's a good summer read too.
Awesome.
Like you could do it in an afternoon.
Yeah.
Well,
so
bingo.
That's my bingo.
Cool.
As easy as that.
Right. That shows you that like not every bingo challenge requires you to read a complete book, right? Some of them are just check out the book, give it a try, and then some of them are like trying out different things you can do with your library card that you might not have known about.
And listen to a podcast. Anybody can do that.
Yes.
And, so cool.
All right. I will do this one first. So I did the bottom row on both of mine. I don't know why. And so I'll start with this one. The first thing says, check out any book written by an LGBTQ plus author. And so I grabbed My Antonia by Willa Cather because she's semi-local. The Willa Cather Center in Red Cloud collaborated with us on a Sioux City Reads program, or they let us share with them their author talk they had with a Sioux City Reads author a few years back. So I've always wanted to go there. Willa Cather is queer, deeply fascinating life. And there's even some scholars who consider My Antonia a transgender story. And it's very interesting if you read that scholarship and then go back and read this book.
Definitely.
So that's my choice for a book written by an LGBTQ plus author. The next one says, check out any book about war. Any book about war. Which one of you? Oh, the one that has war in the title. This one seemed timely because there's a new pope. I feel like the Vatican's been in the news a lot lately. So this is The Pope at War by David Kurtzer. And he's won the Pulitzer Prize. I'm not sure if it was for this one, but he does a whole series basically of like Vatican history in the context of like wars and other stuff. And so this is all about I remember when he was working on it because in 2020 is when Pius XII's archives were finally opened, and he went and studied those archives. And this is based on thousands of never before seen documents, not only from the Vatican, but from archives in Italy, Germany, France, Britain, and the United States. So if you're a history nerd, if you like World War II history or like religious history, I think you'd really like this one. I've read one of his other books. He's a good author. If I could get into like any art, I would love to go to the Vatican archives. You have to, it's so exclusive to get in there. And it's very top secret what is in there, but I would love to like
that
go
would be
explore
amazing.
it. The next one is check out any DVD from the family DVD section. So I went to the family DVD section. I was looking for High School Musical 2 because if you've watched High School Musical 2, you know it's a really great summer movie, and I love to watch that movie in the summertime. Other people like to as well because it's checked out. So I think I'm not the only one who likes to watch High School Musical 2 in summer. So instead, I grabbed a different Disney Channel original movie. It's The Descendants, because I've been listening to a lot of Dove Cameron's newer music lately. And this Descendants series is such a guilty pleasure for me. I was way too old for these when they came out. But when I first started like watching stuff on Disney Plus, I binge watched all of them.
Oh,
It is what it is. So that was my family DVD. So yeah, if you're more of a movie watcher, you can still get bingos for DVDs. Check out any book of short stories is the next one, and I have been meaning to read this since it came out because I just love the cover. It's There's a Rio Grande in Heaven by Ruben Reyes Jr., and it is an electrifying debut story collection about Central American identity that spans past, present, and future worlds to reveal what happens when your life is no longer your own. It's really difficult to tell what all these stories are about based off of that, but based on the cover, which I'll show here, look how cool this is.
That's really
like I would buy this cover as a poster. So I am judging a book by its cover, and I'm judging that I want to read it. And then finally, my last little bingo square here on this first card is read any book featured on KWIT's Check It Out program. So not only does KWIT work with the library on the First 50 Pages podcast, we also have the weekly Check It Outs that air on Tuesdays. And that's when just basically any staff at the library, we have a lot of people who record those. You and I have done a few. We record these little book recommendations. And then downtown and Morningside both have displays of Check It Out books, so they're very easy to find. If you're ever looking for them, you can always ask a staff person and we'll point them out to you. I like the Check It Out displays because it's like evergreen reading recommendations. If you're just looking for something good to read, go to the Check It Out displays because those are books that staff have enjoyed.
Yeah, definitely.
This one, I kind of cheated because this is an old Check It Out that I recorded. But I really want this book to get some more love. The author has another novel coming out soon that's getting a lot of buzz. And I thought this one was another really good book if you're a history nerd, like I am. It's called Civilizations by Laurent Binet. And it's a novel, but it really is for the history nerds. It's an alternative, like it's an alternative history where like a few different things change. And basically, Columbus does not discover America. And instead, in 1531, the Incas invade Europe. So it's like colonization flipped on its head.
Oh.
And it's written, the chapters are written in different ways. Some of them feel like you're like reading a primary source in a historical archive. So you kind of have to piece the story together yourself. It's a really rewarding reading experience. I liked it a lot. That's why I did a check it out on it. And that's Civilizations by Laurent Benet.
Interesting.
And that was my first bingo.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. We'll get through my second bingo. I went with the middle vertical this time. So I have check out any novel about mental health, and I went with a classic, The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I've read this a couple times, and Esther Greenwood is the main character, and it's kind of like her spiral into insanity for sure. But Sylvia Plath was writing about herself.
Yeah, for sure.
So, because this thing,
I feel like
she struggled with her mental health.
I feel like that's like the novel about mental health. Like if you're gonna start somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
There's that quote in here there's a quote in here I love, where she's talking about like this nightmare where she's like sitting beneath like a tree with a bunch of figs or plums, and she's like, these all are my futures. These are all the things I could do. But she's so paralyzed by indecision, she doesn't like pick any of the fruit. Instead, she like watches it rot and fall off the tree. And I'm like, that visual to me is so relatable.
Yeah.
This is a great one.
Yeah, it's an interesting book. Next is read any dystopian novel. Ooh. So I chose The School for Good Mothers by Jessamine Chan. And I have read this book. It was really good. It's the character Frida Lou is they evaluate parents basically, and if they aren't good enough, then they have to go to school to learn how to be a parent, and they have these basically like robot children that they have to care for, and it's wild.
That sounds good.
Definitely dystopian, and yeah, it's wild. Very different, but also very good.
This sounds like a good read-alike for the Stepford Wives from the summer reading list. I feel like this is.
And I think it was a read with Jenna.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was good. And then I got my free space to visit any library or location.
Right. So when you pick up your bingo card, there you go.
There you go.
Library location.
And then the next one is read another town's newspaper at the Alf's Downtown Library. So I just brought a couple examples of the papers we get here. The Record is from Mobile, so kind of like a rural Woodbury County, so you can kind of see what's going on there. And then I brought Lamar's Sentinel as well, and that's the Plymouth County newspaper. So we have, I think, like Union County, South Dakota.
We have the World Herald.
We have Omaha and Sioux Falls.
Des Moines.
I think we even have like Washington Post.
Yes.
So there's a lot of
for sure
choices. Lori says she always loves hearing about your book choices.
Oh.
I don't know if she's talking about me or you, but
both of us, all of us. The feeling is mutual. Yeah, all these newspapers are upstairs.
So I chose the thin ones because you can get that done in about 10 minutes. And then my last bingo mark for this card was read any novel featuring an angry male character. And I kind of took a little liberty with this, and I haven't read this one, but it sounds really good. It's called No One Is Coming to Save Us, and it's by Stephanie Powell Watts. And the male character, it was inspired by Gatsby, The Great Gatsby, and it's more of a toxic male character instead of angry. It sounds like it's just a very, very toxic environment, and it sounds really good. I definitely want to read this one now too.
I wonder, we have a coworker, Jennifer, who's read like all the adaptations of The Great Gatsby. I wonder if she's read this one, because it said it was more like inspired by. Yeah. So not really like a retelling or anything, but it's kind of like similar character vibes. I feel like, how Gatsby's kind of just like full of himself and delusional. And it sounds like that's what the male in this character is. His name is JJ, and he has wealth, and he comes back
home and
JJ,
so,
I like Jay Gatsby.
yeah, so
I get it.
So yeah.
Well, I like what you said too about how you like defined it broadly, because you have the freedom to do that with these bingo cards. Like you get to decide what an angry male character looks like. You know, like you can decide what the terms mean. And make the shoe fit as you want.
Lori says absolutely both.
Oh,
so.
Well, we have a few more for you before we're done. Let me make sure. Okay, this is the one I already did. So my other bingo card also did the bottom row. The first one says, check out any book about or set during the 1970s. And I grabbed this one from one of my like favorite series we have here at the library.
I love those too.
These are so cool. I'll show you some of the pictures on the inside. It's Fashions of a Decade is the name of the series, and this is the 70s one. It is so fun to just page through these. They have so many cool photos of like editorials, fashion advertisements, and fashion history from, I think, the entire 20th century. Oh my gosh, this Diana Ross outfit is wild.
Oh, wow. So cool.
And these are another good example of like what an adult picture book would look like. Like we have a lot of books in the nonfiction section for adults that are this sized. Not every book you read necessarily needs to be a novel's length, right? Like you can definitely get a bingo.
Well, I have like a mark that says check out a book with lots of pictures, so that would fit that too, which is a good question. Can you double dip?
Okay, once again, you can define the terms broadly on here, and it's the honor system. I think double dipping, if not cheating, is a little cheating adjacent.
But
there's a
save it for another card, though, right?
Exactly, because
just not on the same card.
You can do as many of these bingo cards as you can between June 1st and July 31st. So yeah, save it for another card. I would say like double dipping doesn't help you out, really. Even I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll let you're adults, and I'll let you decide. Be responsible. Okay, we have to go back to the camera because I have to show them this picture. It's fabulous. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything so glamorous?
Wow.
Like, the 70s is a polarizing decade in fashion, but I'm a big fan.
Yeah, for sure.
That series is a blast. Okay. My next one is read any local history book. So the local history books will be at the downtown library upstairs by the local history display. And not all of them circulate. So if it has like the little R for reference on the spine label, that means for sure it doesn't check out. Of course, you can always read it in the library too. But this one does check out. And this is one where you're gonna have to like hear me out. It's called Soiled Doves, and it's about prostitution in the early West by Anne Seagraves. I found this in like a Black Hills gift shop like years ago and bought it because I was curious. It changed the way I think of the Wild West. And like it's about, of course, like ladies of the night, if you will, from the ye olden times. And the author writes about these women in a way that like made me reconsider what their role in like these towns was. They did a lot for their communities, and they're really fascinating people. And she writes about them in a way that's really like, she gets a lot done in a pretty short book. So you meet some really fascinating women from this area of the country. So it's called Soiled Doves, and that is my local history book.
Cool.
Next, it says choose a random library shelf and check out at least one book from that shelf.
That's fun.
Yeah. So I did. I was like, all right, I'll just walk down this shelf. And so I was in the fiction section. I just walked down. It must have been the H shelf, and I grabbed this one. It's the Displacements, a novel by Bruce Holzinger, and it's an adrenaline-fueled story of lives upended by an unprecedented catastrophe and of one family transformed. So it's this family living in Miami, and then this huge hurricane comes through, and basically they all have to like flee, and they're all displaced. And so it's kind of like a disaster thriller family story. It looks like a good summer thriller. I really like a disaster movie, and so I think I would like a disaster book. So that's The Displacements by Bruce Holzinger.
That's a really fun mark or what square,
right?
Bingo square, yeah.
It's just serendipitous. You never know what you're gonna find.
Never know.
Better choose your shelf wisely.
Might find your new favorite book.
You might. Sometimes that's how it works. The next square I have says, check out any book by an Indigenous author. And so I grabbed this book of poetry called A History of My Brief Body. It's essays and poetry, and it's by Billy Ray Belcourt. Although this might mostly be essays. I think of Billy Ray Belcourt as mostly a poet. I know they do a lot of poetry. So, no, I'm actually really interested in reading this. I like their poetry a lot. And so I'd be happy to see their essays. Plus, this is such a cool cover.
That's really
cool. So that was my one for check out any book by an Indigenous author. And then finally, the last little square for my bingo is check out any fiction book about the workplace. Like you, I chose to be like a little broad. I chose an unconventional workplace, but a workplace nonetheless. I hate the cover of this book a lot, but I really want to read it.
I like the colors.
They're fine. This font is so dated to me. And this is not a very old book. It's from 2023, but it looks like it's from 2014. Broke English teacher Penelope Sheilman is as surprised as anyone when her feminist novel, American Mermaid, becomes a bestseller. When a major studio offers her big money to turn the book into a Marvel-style action flick, she quits the job she loves and moves to Los Angeles for the promise of financial security. But as the studio pressures her to change her main character from a fierce, androgynous eco-warrior to a teen sex object in a clamshell bra, strange things start to happen. Threats appear in the screenplay, siren calls lure Penelope's co-writers into danger. Is Penelope losing her mind, or has her mermaid come to life, enacting revenge for Hollywood's violations? So, like, on the set of a movie, which is a workplace.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a lot of our workplaces. Yeah. It's her job. And she kind of gets into this job without really knowing what it's going to entail and moves to Los Angeles and finds out show business is a different beast than she thought it was. So we're reading the Cher memoir for the June book club. And so I'm kind of in a show business state of mind. So this one sounds fun to read.
Yeah.
It's American Mermaid by Julie Langman. I'll show you this cover that I don't like.
Sounds like a fun summer read.
Yeah, it does. I didn't even think about how summery it is. There's literally a beach on the cover.
Sure.
I also love the idea of like any book that's spoofing Marvel movies. It sounds funny. So
yeah, cool.
Those are just like 4 bingos, and we didn't even show you all the cards. There are other cards besides these ones, and you didn't even see most of what's on these. So
many possibilities.
So many possibilities. Like there's other things like check out a music CD, request a 3 to go bundle, even stuff like share or comment on a library social media post. Like it's a wide variety of different things. So to make it like a real challenge, you have to do a little bit of everything to get your bingo. So I know a lot of you really enjoyed doing it last year. That's why we're bringing it back. And so if you haven't tried it, know that people liked it, and you should give it a try.
Who doesn't like free books?
Free books. And we put the cart together. There are really good books on the free books cart. Like there's some good prizes. There's newer.
And you can do this if you're not very tech savvy and you don't want to do like the bean stack and mess with all that stuff. You can still do this. It's all on paper and
like if you want to do if you want to do adult summer reading, and this is the only way that you would like to do adult summer reading, it's there for you. That's totally fine. Of course, I would love it.
Lori says, "Can I get a card at Morningside?"
Yes, you can get a card at Morningside and Perry Creek. I sent those out in the mail delivery this morning. So if they're not out on the floor today, Thursday, they should be tomorrow.
But like Michael said, to get your free book, you have to bring it downtown.
You have to bring it downtown
if you want your free book. But you can pick them up everywhere.
And the Beanstack challenges are different than the ones on here. So if you do Beanstack and the bingo cards, you're going to have all kinds of fun ways to earn prizes this summer. So something for everybody. That's what we have in mind when we make these. And it doesn't cost anything to pick up a bingo card too, So come grab one, do your best, try to get a bingo. I think you'd be surprised at how many bingos you can get done in 2 months.
Yeah, definitely.
So that is starting now. I can't believe it's summer reading season. I've been talking about it and planning it for months, and now it's finally here. So
if you have little ones or kids or little people in your life, they have a host of things going on as well. Tons of events and prizes and things galore. So make sure you check that out too.
And all the summer reading events, whether they're for the kids, adults, they're all free. So please come join us, have some fun this summer. It's a great time to come back to the library if it's been a while since you've been here.
Yes.
But I also know it's a really festive time for our regular patrons. I just love summer reading.
I do
can
too.
geek out
It's really
about
fun.
it.
Yes.
So thank you all for tuning in for this.
Lori says she's going to have to come and visit us.
You have to, yes,
she will.
absolutely. Definitely. I kind of love how they have to bring them to the reference desk to get their bingo, because I love watching y'all pick out your prize books because people get very thoughtful about it, and it's just cool.
I just love seeing the bingos people have done too. I think that's so fun.
It's so interesting to see like what people choose, and then I love hearing like what you did for each challenge too. Yeah, I get a kick out of it. So thank you all for sharing that with us.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back next Thursday.
We'll be back
in some capacity doing something. Will AC be here?
I think so.
I think so.
I think we'll be here.
And by then, trivia night will have already happened.
Yeah.
So I will
make sure
be
you
tired
hit that
again.
up on Wednesday.
Yeah, please do. And you can win one of these awesome books. And we'll bring bingo cards to the trivia night too as well. So if you want to pick one up there, you can do that.
Yeah. All right.
That's all we have for today.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you, everyone. See ya.